CONTX clips.
You're from half Turkish, half Palestinian.
Quarter Turkish, 3/4 Palestinian.
Okay, yes. So are you quite connected to your Palestinian culture then?
Yeah, but I mean, in terms of actually going there, I've been there once when I was 6 months, and then now it's just impossible to get there. I mean,
What do you mean impossible to get there?
well, they just don't let us in because I'm Palestinian. The whole politics.
Well, because
of it.
don't you need to get into Israel to be able to get into Palestine?
Yeah,
First,
it's like it's just
because it's like a little
fucked
area
up.
inside.
So like going back to 1948, I think if I'm correct, Palestine was just Palestine, and now I think we have like 5% of Palestine, and the
It's
rest
just
is
slowly
95%.
being shipped away.
Yeah, and my cousin actually tried to go 3 years ago, and he had a burner phone. He's obviously not like a terrorist or anything, but this is just what they profile us for. So he's lived his whole life in America. He's got an American passport, American citizenship. Left his Jordanian passport at home. Left his phone at home. Took a burner phone. They put him in isolated captivity. He like is an architect, so we actually sketched the cell he was in for 3 days. Took his phone off him. Went through all his social media. Went through everything. Questioned the fuck out of him. Sent him back to America. And that's just the shit we deal with. So it's just like
That's crazy.
they just think I don't know. They've got this like. I wish I knew more about it. And I was like happy to actually talk about it today, but I don't want to because it's like I don't know enough about it to talk about it.
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Well, it's such a nuanced topic. Like I was
Yeah.
watching this Vice documentary really recently that they made on the whole conflict and how they're like kicking Palestinians out of the Israeli forces are kicking Palestinians out of their homes. And there was like this American Jewish dude who's
seen
just
that.
like
I've seen
living in
that,
the
yeah.
home.
I've seen that,
And they were
yeah.
questioning him like, why are you living in someone like the woman whose house she was kicked out of? Why are you living in my house? Get out of my house. He's like, sorry, this is my house. Like, I'm not really in this argument. And then the journalist is like, why are you here though? You haven't got any friends or family here. Why are you here? And it turns out this American company was like balls deep in with the Israeli government, and then bringing him over and sorting him out like with all these passports and all of these
It's just like
really
That-
weird.
the
And
abuse-
giving him the
man.
deed to the house.
the abused has become the abuser, and it's very obvious.
That's a common theme with history.
It is,
isn't it?
and
It
it's
is, yeah.
literally like replicative of like genocide, like literally it's genocide. Like they're literally so blunt with it. It's brutal, man. They're just like that. You see all the media. Thank fuck for media. Like there's pictures of people on the
Or
streets.
in particular, like independent sort of media.
Yeah,
instead of,
yeah,
like,
exactly.
mainstream sort of
Yeah, and
things,
fuck mainstream media. Fuck mainstream media. This will be mainstream media one day. So fuck you.
Fuck us in the future.
No, but it's like, yeah, it's all fucked. Like I've got plans.
It's all fucked, yeah.
I've got plans to get there one day in my life.
Sure, yeah.
I'd really want to.
Well, fingers fucking crossed, man.
Yeah,
Seriously.
yeah. Hopefully it happens. But I think my goal is to sort of obviously get known. It's a bit hard to kill a famous person. Whereas if I went over there now, I could probably just get murked. And that's honestly just how I see it. And whether
Tupac
someone wants to
would
be
be
like, oh, that's gaslighting, like that's not real. It's
Yeah.
like, I don't really care what you think. I've seen what I see. I've heard from family stories of what I've heard. Like my dad literally had to fucking flee from Nablus because he would have got killed. Like, so we've seen it and I've felt it, and it's like, it's real. It's real. I think people don't want to accept that it's real, or will turn a blind eye to it because it's like, I'll just prefer to look at the ocean and, you know, enjoy my life.
Yep.
It's like, okay, that's fine.
What's the ex-Israeli president's name? Or was it president? Benjamin. Yeah, but no,
Netanyahu?
didn't they oust him?
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
ousted him. Yep.
They got sick of him and they were like, get out. So like, I think the whole
Too much heat.
Yeah, the whole government situation in Israel is
So you reckon
gonna
some
be-
change might be coming?
I mean, potentially.
Yeah. I mean, hey, out of the last 10 years of my memory of the protests and stuff, the last wave was huge. Like we've never seen anything like that.
Yeah,
The whole
well,
world.
because hasn't Israel and Palestine been in conflict for decades? Right.
Decades, yes.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing that triggers me is the fact that they've labeled it a conflict, or they've labeled it a war, or they've labeled it, it's not.
It's an occupation.
It's
Yeah.
an occupation.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now it's becoming a genocide. And it's like they'll constantly pump media to portray this fight when it's not. It's just
Yeah.
fucking bullying.
just
Because a
being
fight
taken
means
over.
equal sides.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
what I mean.
there's might on equal
They've got the
sides.
fourth strongest military in the world. We've got
Backed by
Yeah,
America.
and-
and we've
Australia
got
and
nothing.
Their intelligence agency is absolutely crazy.
I saw a fact the other day. The American aid that funds the government's army there, enough money in 1 year's budget to put every single Palestinian that was kicked out back into a home. And that's just going straight, which is also a beautiful thing because it shows you the resilience of the people there. Like, they're so resilient. They are so resilient. It's insane. Like, Gaza, do you guys know much about Gaza?
A little
The
bit.
Gaza Strip.
The people there have the highest, my dad was telling me the other day, someone fact check me if I'm wrong, but the people that have the highest like academic score or something per capita,
Really?
based on like the people, and that's just to show, and that just reflects. It's like a cool thing. It's not even about the people there. It's more about humans. How no matter what people are going through, they'll still perceive and learn. Like these guys literally turned, and this goes back into, you know, how far do you have to get beat until you throw a hand back? They reverse engineered dormant shells, and they found 10 miles of unused pipe that the Israeli army had used for water previously. So they dug out those things, reverse engineered these warheads, and made their own missiles to shoot back at them from their own weapons. Like that is just fucking insane.
Have you seen videos of like the anti?
Oh, they've got like the shield around.
Yeah, it's essentially like a shield. Right?
Oh, they've got the most advanced
It's insane.
anti. Yeah, it's
just watching all these missiles blow up in the sky. I couldn't imagine just living under that consistently.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
It'd be-
That would be.
Be
Damn.
shocking.